Hey, my dolls, welcome to Crowned with Ntombi Coops, a podcast where we speak about relationships, friendships, navigating your 20s, God, grit, and growth. And today I am joined by the beautiful, inspiring Camryn Meyer, a fashion, skincare, and lifestyle enthusiast whose authentic and style have captured the hearts of her followers. She's here to share her journey, passions, and the real stories behind her feed.
Hi
Hey,
guys.
girl! Oh my God!
How do you feel?
I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. Oh my God, that is so exciting.
Me too. I've been following you for years now.
Really?
Yeah, it's my first time meeting you,
Oh
so
my gosh. That's
it feels
crazy.
really good. Okay, so I'm gonna start you off with some icebreaker questions,
Okay.
so we can just get into it. What's a look that you have to put in like 5 minutes, but you want to look like super cute, but you only have 5 minutes?
I would say a baggy. Okay, I really hate winter, so I'm gonna think summer right now.
Oh,
I would think a denim jeans
yes.
with a white tank top,
Yes.
a cute little Coach bag,
Uh-huh.
and some gorgeous sneakers.
Exactly.
That's my look. With some gold jewelry, obviously, you guys should know my famous fossil watch that I always have on.
Yeah.
For sure.
I love that.
Basic gold jewelry, yeah.
What song were you listening to in the car coming here?
I was actually not listening to music. I was talking to my boyfriend the entire time. Usually we would listen to music,
Yeah.
but today we were having conversation.
Yeah. What's the one thing you can't live without?
Sparkling water.
Really, I hate sparkling. Guys,
Really?
we need to be honest.
No,
Is it-
baby, there's nothing to be honest about. You need to be honest with yourself. I got onto the sparkling water hype.
Yeah.
And I just could not stop. My cousin actually came to my house the other day and she was like, Cameron, can I please have still water? And I'm like, Jordan, I don't have still water, but I have sparkling water. And she's like, Cameron, do you only drink sparkling water? And at first I didn't realize how terrible it sounded that
Yeah.
I just drink sparkling water.
Yeah.
But then she's like, maybe you should buy yourself some still water. And I'm like, yikes.
Yes.
But I mean, sparkling water is just the goal. You don't need to have a fizzy, unhealthy beverage. You can have a sparkling water.
No, my babe, I just have to disagree with you. Hey, I have to. And what's something people would be shocked about you, like off camera? What's something you do or you're in?
I wouldn't say what I do right now, but not a lot of people know that I went to an art school and I used to play saxophone and violin.
Wow, multi-talented! Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
So that was a very long time ago. I've been out of high school for 5 years now. It's very scary to say, but I have not played since then.
Really, but do you still think you got it?
I definitely still got it, and
Yeah.
I know I do. I just
Period.
choose not to
Oh!
play.
Love the confidence. How was going to art school? Like, is it?
It was
Like
not
the
High School
same?
Musical.
Okay.
That's for sure.
That's disappointing.
Very. But it definitely had its books. And my brother was actually in NSA before I was, so I had already known what it was like.
Oh.
But yeah, it was super fun. I mean, the convenience of not having a normal sports class.
Yeah.
I really prefer that because I did not like sports.
Yeah.
So art was convenient for me. But it was super fun.
Yeah.
People ask me this a lot, and my answer always changes. They always ask me, would I play again? I mean, violin was my second instrument, so it's not really a big of a deal for me, but I played saxophone for how long? I played saxophone for 8 years, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
8 years.
8 or 7 years, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I might be lying. I think I started playing saxophone in grade 5. No, then it is 7 years.
So, like, you went to
Yeah.
art school your whole life, or was it a high school thing?
I started playing saxophone when I was in primary school, but I did not go to an art school at the time. It was
Yeah.
just something that I just decided to do. And then I went to the National School of the Arts, and that's where I took my music further.
Oh, wow. And what made you like, was it just like a high school thing? And then after high school, you were like, I want to do something different.
I think it's because I didn't really like my saxophone teacher, and
Oh,
that's the truth.
ish.
No, really, it's the truth. And I was I wouldn't say a loudmouth. I just did not allow anyone to treat me how they wanted to.
I like that.
So there was a constant fight between the two of us because he
Right.
thought he could get away with things. And I was
Yeah.
like, but my parents don't treat me like that. No one in my life
Yeah.
treats me like this or speaks to me like that, and it's
Right.
not gonna happen at school.
Ooh, period.
Yeah.
I like that. So tell me about like your upbringing. What kind of household did you grow up in?
I'm the only girl. I'm
Oh,
a middle child.
oh.
I have all the naughty all the naughty child traits. I'm a middle child.
Yeah.
I'm the only
A
girl.
girl.
My brother, I have an older brother and a
Yeah.
younger brother, obviously, but my parents are together. But yeah, we grew up in a really cute little home together. It was fun. I mean, when I think of my parents, I think of how I'm supposed to be treated and how I would like my family to be be honest.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
I don't hear that often. So to hear
That's
that,
sad.
I know it is really sad. Guys, do better, man. No,
But yeah, they are my example for sure.
yeah. And how is it being the only girl? I'm sure you're spoiled. I'm the only child, and I can confess that.
Oh my gosh, that must be a life.
No
Are you
girl.
bored? Do you ever
Yeah,
get bored?
yeah, but like the bags keep me company, you know. You know.
I know a girl who loves a Coach bag, so.
Exactly.
But yeah, I have my brothers are very present in my life. They've always been. I have very good relationships with them as well. So I mean, besides me being the only girl, I think I managed to balance it out.
Wow. Did you grow up being a tomboy since you grew up with just like boys in your household?
No.
Really? I didn't expect that though. You know,
Really?
weren't they like rough with you?
No.
Like treat you one of
I
your
may
boys?
have been never.
Oh.
Okay, my oldest brother, yes. Keenan, you definitely did. He, like, I think his idea was to be tough on me when we were growing up
Yeah.
so that I'm tough in the world.
Yeah.
Shout out to you for that. I mean, I tried to do it with my little brother as well. I tried
Yeah.
to be like the hard, stern older sister.
Yeah.
He's my
He's
baby.
just my
I
baby.
can't.
Okay, I get. I understand that.
And it's so
fully.
terrible because when my mother and my father treat my little brother like a baby, it annoys me. But then I'm like, but Camryn, what do? You do the exact same thing. I do, guys. What can I do? He's like my firstborn.
Aww.
He is.
I'm getting the sense that you're like really close with your parents. Did you guys always have like an open relationship?
I mean, not really. I mean, I think the older I got, the better it got. But also with myself, even through high school, I think my parents always had an idea of what was going on with me,
Wow.
whether I could say to them or not. But yeah, I think, especially with my mother, I think that grew over time because like, I didn't have to say things to her for her to know.
Yeah.
But then after a while, as I entered like my older years, my father as well I am literally my father's child.
You're daddy's girl.
I'm a daddy's girl.
I thought you were a mommy's girl, actually.
I'm a daddy and mommy's girl. I don't know what to
Pick
say.
one, girl. Pick a side.
I could never, but yeah, like when you see my father, you would probably see me, and that's why it's so funny. Like after a while, it was like when he'd argue with me, I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna engage with you because I feel like you're probably gonna argue with yourself. Whatever I'm gonna say to you right now would probably be something you would say to me. So let's just not engage.
I love
But yeah.
that.
I think after a while it did, especially when I became more vocal and aware of who I was.
Yeah.
My communication became better, and that way it became better with my parents too. I mean, I don't really have to tell them how I feel about certain things sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just something that they would know from me.
Present parents.
You know?
It's giving present parents. I love that.
Shout out,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
amazing. And did they allow you to go out, dates growing up? How was the
My
conversation?
father hated the thought of me having a boyfriend.
Yeah. But did he allow it?
No. He didn't.
Yeah.
My first boyfriend that I introduced to my father is my current boyfriend. And my
Really?
only boyfriend. So yeah.
Oh my! And how old were you when you guys? How long have you guys been dating?
It's 2 years this year. I was like 20, 21.
Wow, that's
20.
amazing.
That was fair. 20. I met him when I was 19.
Yeah.
But like, my father met him when I was 20.
Yeah. And your
Yeah.
mom?
My mother knew about him all along.
Yeah.
That was something I couldn't keep away from her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she knew about him for sure.
Right.
I mean, she She was fine with it. She wasn't fine with me dating. I don't think I did date. I didn't date before my partner.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably had a crush or
Yeah.
had a conversation with someone, but nothing serious. But like, my father did not want me to date. But I am very grateful that I introduced a very good guy.
Yes. Oh, I love
that
that.
made it easier for my father to accept him.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
sure.
So in high school, like, did you go out a lot? Were you
I mean, I wouldn't really say go out, but I would have like a lunch date with a friend here,
Yeah,
or like, most of the time I was with my friends was with sleepovers, so my
Yeah.
friends would always sleep over at my place. So we'd go out, go have lunch, and then go back home. But
Yeah.
like post high school was
Yeah.
when I was still living with my parents. Then it was like, okay, I'm gonna go out, but then they would be like, but we're gonna fetch you. So my going out was literally just like day drinking with my friends
Yeah.
and then going home.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ever stay. I mean, sometimes I would stay out at night, but like never to go to a club
Yeah.
or anything, just to continue having drinks with
Wow.
my friends at a restaurant.
Really? Why do you think that is? Because I remember myself, because I have an older sister, right? And like she would go out, hey, and she'd go out at night, and my mom would always say, if you want to go out, you have to take her with her. So like I was like probably 13, and I don't know, a nightclub.
You
or
had
something.
no business there. You had no business
like,
being there.
Wasn't like, didn't you go out with your brother, your older brother?
I mean, my going out with my older brother usually happened in a different country.
Okay.
That's where. Yeah, I mean, we'd go to the usual like a Sunday roast. They don't have Sunday roast anymore, but like a daytime
Yeah.
event, we'd go together, but not really to a club. I think I've only been to a club in Johannesburg with my brother, like maybe once.
Oh wow. Okay.
We have been to a club in Cape Town, but like in Johannesburg just once.
Yeah. Oh, and can you think about any experience like growing up that was very pivotal or shaped you to the person you are today? Just like grounded you, or something happened and it really.
I mean, this is again an example that I would use with my parents. We didn't always have it good.
Yeah.
For
What do you
sure.
mean by that?
We didn't always have money.
Okay.
So they were.
But now you got it.
Well, they got it. I don't. There was a time where like things were tough for sure, and obviously there were moments where it was bad, like they
Yeah.
didn't have money and whatever. But in the moments, it's just that my parents were still so present in my life
Wow.
that they just kind of instilled the thought of us being okay.
Wow.
Do you know, like,
Yeah.
so that's just kind of what I've actually, I don't think I've ever said that.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's giving the sense because, yeah, my mom and I went through a rough patch too, especially when my dad passed, hey?
Okay.
But you know, like, mothers are so strong. I never felt like I lacked, but it was very evident that we were lacking,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But she filled the hole, do you understand? Because she
Yeah.
was so present.
Yeah.
So I resonate with you when you're saying that.
for sure.
Amazing. I love it. So tell me, like looking back, where do you think you would be, you know, when you think about your younger self? Do you think you would have been like an influencer, content creator? Was that your always like goal? No. Really?
I mean, I think it started when I was in grade 11 when I started posting.
Yeah.
But I was like just posting like a self. Well, actually, I'm that's not the truth. I started posting when I was like in grade 8, probably. I just had a thought of a picture I posted in grade 8. That's why I remember that. Yeah, I just started posting casually, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is so much fun. And then when I finished matric, I went to go and work. My parents own a property company. Well, a holdings company with different businesses, and I started working with my mother, focusing on the properties.
Yeah.
And I was like, I actually started this by posting my smoothies.
Okay.
So if you're a real flower, you know, I had a smoothie every single morning.
Yeah.
I would do a video. I'd post it on my Instagram story, and then people were just saying like, "Can you please just post more?" And I was like, I mean, I don't know, but like
Yeah.
I'll try.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm totally okay with posting a smoothie, but
Yeah.
like people were like, no, but like we don't know the goal behind the
Yeah.
smoothie.
Yeah, right.
And then that way I started posting more, and then I had brands reach out, and I was like, this is like super fun. And at first it was convenient because I was working with my mother at the time.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have to focus on it that much.
Yeah.
But then after a while, I was like, this is really, I'm enjoying this a lot.
Right.
And then I think it was in 2023 when I did start taking it seriously, and then I did start getting paid for my work and
Wow,
everything.
that's amazing.
And I'm here now. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So growing up, what did you want to be? Or was it along the lines, or you
No.
just you just didn't know? You're
No.
just
I mean, when I
going.
grew up, I thought I wanted to be a forensic pathologist, guys. Like, it was really set in stone. And I don't know why. And now that I think of it, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Like, that does not suit my personality at
Exactly,
all.
exactly.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I did do a business course with UCT,
Mm-hmm.
so I can get some certifications.
Yeah.
Since I didn't study
Yeah.
post high school.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just did not think I would be a creator today. But I am having so much fun with
Oh,
it.
I love that. And like, did your parents ever like force you like, oh my gosh, you need to have a degree, you need to go to school, or
Like,
they were like,
no.
you know what, just find your path and
Yeah.
that's amazing, really.
Yeah.
Like no pressure.
I mean, even in high school with COVID, my parents were literally like, if you don't want to finish the year, if this is a bit too traumatizing for you,
What?
you are welcome to go
That
back
is
next year. And I was
insane.
like, firstly, you asking me to go back another year of school. I already had to do 2 months. Now I'm just going to do how many months next year? Be so for real. I would rather just continue my few months and continue. But yeah, they've always been supportive of it. It was always just, if you're going to do something, you're going to make sure you do it right.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do something, you're going to put like all of it into it. Like even with my brother's music as well, my parents have always supported that, just because it's more supporting the child than supporting the dream or whatever.
Wow, I love that.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But do your parents treat you the same, you know, like, because you know how people say you get different versions of different parents
I
for each
mean-
sibling? Do you see that happening in your household, or just the love is
I mean, my little brother's obviously the baby, so
yeah,
there's
he's
that.
special. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, not
Yeah.
really, no.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you stay creative and consistent, you know, through social media? Because it's tough, girl, you
It
know.
is.
And especially when you don't see the likes or the followers, you know, you doubt yourself. I'm like,
Yeah.
is this good? Like, am I heading to the right direction? There's just so many things to do, and you just don't know where to take up space.
I think when I feel like I have a creative block or something, I just remember that I like nice things. That's the truth. And not necessarily like material things. It's just I love watching good things.
Right.
Like I really, especially the people that I follow on my socials,
Right.
I love work that looks intentional.
Right.
You know, I don't just want to like pick up a camera and then I film something. Like there has to be a
Right.
reason why I'm doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But like with that, I think my idea behind everything, especially when I feel like I don't want to film or I can't film, is that I get to film.
Yeah.
You know, I get to
Yeah.
do this. And when I'm having a moment where I have a creative block or something, it's just like going back to my steps or
Right.
tracking back and just thinking what I like.
Yeah.
And in most cases, I'm going to be honest, when
Yeah.
I post my content, I do not post it for my followers.
Wow.
I genuinely post it for myself.
Oh, I love
because I
that.
like what I'm doing and
Yeah.
I like my work and
Yeah.
I like my content and everything. So
Yeah.
I'm like, if I like it, someone will probably like it as well. And that's good
Exactly.
enough for
Yeah.
me.
That's amazing. But have you always been this confident, or were you the type where you have
I
confidence?
think my confidence genuinely comes from my parents. That's the truth. My parents and my
Wow.
brothers. I think there has always been like in times where I feel like I just can't do it or I don't have the like when I thought I didn't have the confidence.
Yeah.
Between the four of them, there was always a comment in my head that
Yeah.
I think they would have said to me.
Yeah.
To like figure myself out or
Yeah.
to gain my confidence back. I mean, I haven't.
Yeah.
There was a time, I think it was in 2023 as well, when
Mm-hmm.
I did start, I had a block where I just was not getting any campaigns and
Yeah.
it dumbed me down so bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, what would someone that loves me say to me right now? That was my kind of thought process about it. And I was just like, it's something that I want to do. So obviously it's not always going to be good. The
Yeah.
same way with anything else or with any other job.
Right.
I'm not always going to be confident about it.
Exactly.
But am I genuinely going to make one bad day ruin it?
Yeah,
You know?
I love that. But have you ever experienced people or encountered people in your life that had to like try to destroy your light? You know, and what was the occasion? How did you overcome that?
I think I can use like people that have been in my life before.
Yeah.
I mean, there was I'm not gonna say everything, but there was a situation where someone just compared me to something terrible because of how high my standards were. And my best friend, she found it so funny. she found it so funny, not in a bad way,
Yeah.
just because she was like, are you insane? Like, do
Yeah.
you really think she will accept that when we treat her this way?
Wow.
And that, like, I would, if anyone ever comes in my life
Yeah.
to try and dummy or do
Yeah.
anything crazy, I think I'll
Yeah.
always use that, because it's also like, it's not even, I didn't even have to say it.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to say, why would I allow someone else to treat me
Yeah.
this way when people I love treat me this way?
Yeah.
It was someone that actually loved me that was like, you don't even have to change anything. You don't have to do something. You don't have to figure it out. This is literally just someone that's trying to be bitter and nasty.
Exactly.
And you need to acknowledge that there are better people in your life than that. So yeah.
I love that. I love that. Oh my gosh. And how do you like deal with rejection? You know, I don't know how it works in like the social media lights, working with brands and things like that.
I think being a content creator is rejection therapy.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
No, genuinely. There's no way you can put yourself out there and not think people are gonna like. Well, you can't put yourself out there thinking people are always gonna like you.
Exactly.
You know, so to me, and this is like just an example that I would always use, especially when it comes to my following, because Instagram is a very, very difficult place to work on.
Exactly.
Because it goes up and down and whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, imagine having like 300 people in a room watching you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if it's like, if I don't get the likes I want or the views I like, I still got something.
Yeah.
And if I look at it and if all those people were standing in front of me right now, that would be insane.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah, looking at things in a different way than I would usually has helped me in many ways, especially with my content. Because at first, I was like, oh my God, I'm not growing.
Yeah.
I'm not gaining followers. Nobody likes my work.
Yeah.
But then it was like, well, you are putting your stuff out there.
Yeah.
And people are allowed to criticize it.
Yeah.
Like, no one is going to like everything.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So do you think that's the only rejection you faced, like through your work, like social media, or in your personal life?
Personal life, no. No.
Never. Girl, nothing. Wow. Like you touched on something like before we started rolling. You said yeah, a few years ago you wouldn't have came to a podcast, but now you just don't give a damn. You
No,
know?
I don't.
But what was that turning point that you're like, actually, effort?
I don't actually know. I think the one thing that may have changed how I look at my content creation was getting a deal from a brand that I have reached out to for years actually. And I didn't get it for a while, and then it kind of felt like this actually happened around the time when they stole my phone. They stole my phone January very aggressively, which was very traumatizing.
I'm so sorry.
But in the moment, it kind of felt like, my ancestors or whoever else, my spirit guides, are trying to share a message with me that I'm not listening.
Yeah.
That I'm not listening to. And it was just basically that I needed to go back and retrace my steps about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And how I want to do it and how I want to be perceived.
Wow.
So at that time, I was sad for a while because I was like, oh my God, my phone again, you know?
Yeah.
But then I was like, but what am I trying to be taught right now? Because this just cannot happen just like that, you know?
Yeah.
And in the moment of me trying to figure that out, it was just a lot of like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, is this what you want?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what I want. I genuinely want to be a content creator, and this is what I love doing.
Yes.
And then it was like, well, you got to do different things. Like, it was like, I couldn't continue being this like quiet girl that just posts cute little videos. People want more from me.
Exactly.
And I needed to understand where I am in my life with myself to see if I wanted to give them that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I did. I have given them that
I
for
love
sure.
that.
But yeah, like me saying that, genuinely, if you came to me a few years ago, I kind of would have been like, oh no, but I'm shy.
Yeah.
Do you know? But now that I think of it, I'm like, I have grown out of that shy girl.
I love
like,
that. Yeah.
insanely.
Yeah.
At times, I'm like, am I being too loud?
Yeah.
Am I talking too much?
Right.
But then I'm like, well, if anyone feels away, they can literally just shut me off. They can turn me off. It's on a phone. It's on a device.
Exactly.
If you feel away about me, you can just turn that off.
Yeah,
but I'm
right.
not going to turn that off for myself. Like, I'm not going to change that for myself.
Yeah.
So, for sure, if this was a few years ago, I probably would have rejected you and said no.
That's fine. I'm also a lot more braver now. I don't think I would have
love
done that a few years ago.
Well done to you. Yeah.
You spoke about reaching out to brands. I feel like when you just see people on social media and content creators, you think everything just comes to you, you know? The brands just come to you, the followers just come to you. So when you speak about like, I think a lot of the work is done behind closed doors as much as everything
Absolutely.
is in the public.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. Like, I would love for people to know that you actually have to be consistent and reach
Yeah.
out. And that is
It's a tough
rejection.
job, guys. It's rejection therapy. I'm telling you, that brand, like, they rejected me. They
Yeah.
literally was like, no, I'm like, sorry, this doesn't work for
Yeah.
us. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take my L. I'm gonna move on. But this is not the last time you hear
Right.
from me.
Right.
And then the next time I heard from them, I didn't even reach out. They reached out to me.
Wow, that's amazing.
So, yeah.
Okay, what was it? Was it like a exchange deal, or you were just offering to?
Oh, I wanted a campaign.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, you don't match the aesthetic, the vibe. And I was
Oh.
like, bet, I can guarantee you I will come back and I will match
I love
you.
that. You got it now.
I did.
You got it now. I love that.
Yeah.
What's the most challenging part about like social media?
People don't realize that social media is not real.
Yeah.
You know? I love sharing my day-to-day,
Yeah.
my vibes, my vlogs, everything. But like, there's a lot of work that goes behind that.
Exactly.
A lot.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
People, like, that's why it's so crazy to me when people don't see content creation as a real job.
Exactly.
Because I'm like, do you think I am gonna film so many videos, like China, for example?
Yeah.
Who is gonna edit that?
Yeah.
My father.
Yeah.
My mother.
Yeah, and it's a lot. I like it's a lot.
Let's be
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's
crazy.
just- yeah. And what season are you in right now?
I'm having the time of my life.
Oh, I love that.
And that's the truth. I am in a very loving relationship with
Oh.
an amazing partner who treats me like a princess.
Oh.
I have parents that are very present in my life
Yeah.
and that support my choices.
Yeah.
And I have brothers as well that do that. And
Yeah.
I have really good friends too.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Like, everyone that's coming to my podcast is in such a great space. And I love that no one is coming with hurt. And I'm not saying it's bad, but
not,
I'm just
but
I'm just
it's good
happy
to
that
have
you guys
something in
are
good light,
inspiring
yeah.
like the young girlies or people like looking up to you
Yeah.
or can get something from you that, like, you know, there's light at the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. And what do you think you're healing from right now?
I think that if anyone knows the content I was posting, not a lot, in 2023, I was posting a lot of fitness content.
Yeah.
A lot of fitness content. And in the middle of that, I was also trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
And I decided to do a calorie deficit, and that is the road that I went down. But I did not realize how that was affecting my relationship with food at all. So it was like, innocently, I started, like, I downloaded an app to count my calories and to see how much I'm eating to make sure I don't go over my deficit. And after a few months, I realized that this is getting really bad for my eating. Like, it just became a point, it just came to a point where I felt guilty about eating. And I was like, that is really not healthy.
Yeah.
And only now, well, not like the beginning of this year was like the year where I was like, that is really not good.
Yeah.
And I really need to figure that out.
Yeah.
For sure. And I mean, I'm counting my calories again, but
Yeah.
definitely not in an unhealthy way.
You know, on an app.
No.
Yeah.
But more intentionally
Yeah.
and like acknowledging what I'm doing and what I'm
Yeah.
eating. And for sure, yeah, that was very difficult for me because I didn't really realize how much it had affected me
Yeah.
until I kind of just felt like I didn't look how I wanted to look.
Yeah.
So that just became a problem. I think it was just like a negative feeling with a negative what's the word? A negative solution
Yeah.
that just burst into ashes that just
Right.
made things worse
Yeah.
for me.
So,
Yeah.
but what triggered you to be like, actually, I want to go on a calorie deficit? Because
I think it was in the time that I was going on holiday again.
yeah.
It was in the year I was going to Mauritius for my 21st. So
Yeah.
that was, how old am I? I'm 23 this
Go
year. Yeah, that was like 2023. I went to Mauritius. And I just thought that this would be the only way for
Yeah.
me to, you know, actively lose weight and like do it in a healthy way
Yeah.
and whatever. I thought it was a healthy way.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Counting calories is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But the way I went about doing
Yeah.
it was just not good
Yeah.
at all. Because then it was like, when I'm eating out, I'm trying to have a good meal outside with friends, but then my thought is like, why am I eating this? I shouldn't be eating
Yeah.
this, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like over the years, how have you dealt with like your body changing? Because since we're speaking about calorie deficits, I can like just recall when I was in high school, I struggled with my weight so much, and it wasn't because I was unhealthy. I think I was just looking at so many girls on Instagram,
Yeah.
and that altered my definition of beauty, right?
I think for me, I have posted before my Instagram page that I did have endometriosis, and I
What
actually,
is that?
so it's where the tissue grows outside your uterus.
Oh, oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So that gave me very painful periods as well, and
Oh my
like
gosh.
traumatizing.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
And then in 2020, I had it removed while I was doing my finals, actually. And this year, actually, was it this year? Last year, I got diagnosed with PCOS.
Oh my god.
And I did not realize at first that the reason I was not I wasn't losing the weight the way I wanted to is because I didn't realize I had other things that were the reason behind that, like my PCOS.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just like, for me, it was hard. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it still is. It's just a constant battle of feeling okay the way, like being okay with how you look, and like I think a lot of women specifically and young girls, they have this idea that when they see someone their age look a certain way, they have to look that way too.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Which
Right,
is just a terrible
right.
thought,
Yeah.
because I do realize that I may have done that too.
Yeah.
But now that I am at this age and at this place in my life, I do realize that like I am genuinely not supposed to look how an Instagram model looks.
Exactly.
Like I have no business even trying to do all of those crazy things that they do on
yeah.
social media.
And it's unrealistic, guys. If we,
Absolutely.
Like, you know, cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Yeah.
But yeah, now, I mean, I still have my days where I'm like, oh, but this just doesn't fit me the way I want it to.
Yeah.
Or the pants doesn't fit me, or my jeans doesn't fit me. But then the idea is, but like, who else is this supposed to fit?
Exactly. Exactly.
You know? But then again, I also have the idea and the thought that like I'm supposed to fit in the clothes aren't supposed to fit me.
Wow.
Kind
I
of
love
thing.
that. Yeah.
So I think it was, and I think again, luckily for me, I have my boyfriend who we live together. So if I'm having a bad thought, or if he even sees me glimpse at myself in a weird way in the mirror, there will be correction very fast. So I have that too. But then besides that, I mean, I can't only depend on him.
Yeah.
Giving me words of affirmation or whatever.
Yeah.
It's genuinely a mental thing that I only realize now how hard that is.
Yeah.
Because I'm also like, I am not the same girl I was when I was 20. Like, that's 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm obviously not going to look the same.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I do compare myself sometimes. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But then it's also like, I mean, at least I have a healthy body.
Right.
That's all that matters to me right
Exactly.
now. And I think I am very glad that I've gotten over the thought or the idea of how I'm supposed to look.
Right. Right.
Even with my training and my Pilates at the moment, I'm doing it because I genuinely enjoy it, not because I want to see a change.
Right. I love
Like,
that.
yeah.
And it like the question is, how are we supposed to look? Like I don't know. Like,
What is all of that about? Like,
exactly.
who even started the trend
Exactly,
of
like
wanting to look like someone else?
Exactly. And you spoke about PCOS. If you don't like mind expanding on that, how did you find out you have PCOS? What is PCOS? The symptoms.
Polycystic ovarian syndrome. I think I can't remember the full word.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so terrible for that. But yeah, it's just you basically get cysts on your ovaries. Yeah.
Oh
So
my
there was
gosh.
one, but like it's gone now. So that's
How does it go?
I was on medication for it.
Oh.
I was on medication. I'm actually supposed to go back to go and make sure that it's good again.
Really? So do you go to the gynae for that, or
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Like I also want to go, but I'm so scared because, like, you know, I have the Flow app, and it keeps telling me that I have symptoms of PCOS.
I think we should not be listening to our phones, guys. Sometimes
Okay.
you just need to go to someone that knows what they're doing. Your phone is not going to answer everything for you, okay? Girl, be for real.
And I'm like, and then telling me about the symptoms, you know.
Oh, I used to do that to myself. I used to
I have a
Google
little
my-
mustache, guys. Don't look too close.
So do I. I have one right here.
And they're like, you got PCOS, girl. Like, oh,
Yeah.
being a woman.
I did. I went to a gynae and I shared that I did have endometriosis, and she was like, I think let's just do some tests. And then we did the tests and she shared that with me, and then I just had to do things like the gymming as well plays a big part
Yeah.
in sustaining that as well, and helping it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm so scared because I know that also can run in the generation.
Yeah.
So it can be like, oh, your mom had
Yeah.
it, or do you understand? And that's why I think I'm really
Like
scared.
with the endometriosis, like I had terrible periods. Like it was really bad. And my grandmother would always say like her mother had these bad periods, but then it was like,
Exactly.
you guys aren't even realizing you guys
Yeah.
had endometriosis. Like you just
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
and with me I mean, I've had bad periods since I've gotten my period, which was
Yeah.
like, how old was I? Like 14.
Yeah.
And in matric I was like, I can't do this because I'm skipping school. Like I'm skipping 2 weeks
Yeah.
of a week of school every
Yeah.
month, and I can't do that in high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
And I went to doctors, and I went to really terrible doctors at first. I'm not gonna lie. I went to, and I'm gonna say he is a male doctor that I went to first, that like diagnosed me with some insane thing. And I'm just like, do you know what? You're the doctor, and my mother and I gonna believe you. But when we went to go and consult another female doctor, she was like, whatever he told you had, you did not have it. I'm telling you now, you have endometriosis, and we need to do something about it. But for sure, even in that scene, it's like the misconception of just having a bad period.
Right.
It's not always a bad period, guys. Go to a gynae.
Right.
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that you're saying that because I know in my family, you know, I have like inconsistent periods, right? So I'd skip a month and get my period, and I've had that since I started my period.
Oh my gosh.
You know, and my mom would be like, "Oh, I'm the same." No, my babe, clearly there's a problem. I'm the same. No, my babe, clearly there's a problem. You know, so how did that conversation come with your mom that actually this is something we need to check out? Because with my mom,
my mother was the one dealing with me.
Oh.
Well, actually, everyone in the house. My father would like close the doors and then put the TV on so he didn't hear me cry.
Oh, that's so sad. Oh my gosh.
No, like nothing on him. It was just that it was just always so bad that like my mother would have to like rub me to sleep, rub my back to sleep, rub my tummy to try and help me. But like nothing would actually relieve it until going to see someone.
Yeah, I love that. And I feel like women should like learn to listen to their bodies, you know, and like your inconsistent period, the symptoms, getting a little hair here, it's telling you something, girl. Because I remember with my mom, I'm spilling your beans, mom, but I love you so much. I remember with my mom when my sister passed away, she completely lost her period. Yeah, like it didn't come back ever. And I think it was just her body reacting to that trauma. And you know, when she went to the doctors, they said, "Oh no, you're old. What's that thing? You're old."
Menopause.
Yeah, it's just menopause. And mom kept saying, "No, my babe, it's not menopause. No, my babe, it's not menopause."
And it's really, really super sad that we can take the time out of our day to go to a doctor, and then that would be the reaction.
Yeah. And
you're misdiagnosing me.
Exactly.
Like,
and you know.
Yeah.
So that gives me to like the next question. I was reading Bumi Ledwaba's book, right? And she was just speaking about how, you know, women of color, how, you know, when it comes to health and problems, they don't really get the same treatment, you know. I don't want to say much, but yeah, you know, have you experienced that you're telling a doctor this hurts 1, 2, and 3, and you feel like they're not taking you seriously, or they
I have very problematic ears to this day. And my mother was taking me to an ENT, and she took me there and she said, "My child has sore ears. Please do something about it." Right. And he kept dismissing me.
Yeah.
And he literally was like, "There's nothing wrong with you. I'm checking your ears. There's nothing wrong with you." And I'm like, "But I'm telling you that he kind of was insinuating that I'm lying. And my mother was like, "I'm never bringing you back here. Like, you will never see my child again."
Yeah.
And she took me to somewhere else and we got it fixed and whatever. But that was like the only instance. Yeah. But also my parents have raised me to be very stern and confident in what I want and what I believe. Right. So the moment anyone tries that with me, I can guarantee you I will cause a scene.
Just like me, girl. Because you're not going to traumatize me alone. I'm not traumatizing you back. No ways am I leaving this room sad and you're fine.
Not you traumatizing him back. But yeah, absolutely. You will hear from me today.
Yeah, I love that. So have you always been like this your whole life? Very stern, very to the point, listen here.
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, when it came to my own things, I was always like quiet and shy. Yeah. But then if it involves someone else that I can see can't speak for themselves, then I will definitely be louder than everyone here to get your message across.
Okay. Have you ever been bullied?
No.
Really?
No.
Oh, Oh, were you the bully?
No.
Okay.
I was defending the ones getting bullied.
Oh, I love that. I love that you're just not a bystander watching it happen.
You have someone's gonna learn today, and it's not me or this person.
You
I'm
have
defending.
something to say. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So, what are you letting go of this year?
We can jump back to the conversation about weight and body. I'm letting go off of what I think I should look like.
Right.
For sure. And that it's been in the process of that,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm finally at a place and an age where I'm like, it's really okay to have a belly roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really don't need abs.
Yeah.
I mean, I have abs, but I don't need abs all the time, you know?
Yeah.
I don't always need abs.
Right.
And there's really nothing wrong
Yeah.
with not being skinny.
Exactly. I love that because I feel like I struggled with my body too. You know, I thought I was too big or I was bigger than the other kids, and I also got bullied, like you're fat and things like that, right? And growing up and going on social media and just seeing these perfect bodies, I think I felt like I had to look like them to be able to receive love. If that makes you know. So, you know, when you grow up and you meet people and you meet beautiful women in like healthy relationships, you actually think to yourself like, oh, like a real man won't actually pay attention or like care about like your belly fat, you know. So just breaking.
Absolutely. If a man is making you feel shit about yourself, leave him.
Exactly.
Guys, come on, be so for real.
Exactly. I love that. And how has your dating your upbringing, you know, influenced your dating life?
I wouldn't say in any way, to be honest, because I also thought I was going to find a boyfriend in Joburg, that's from Joburg.
Yeah.
And I would have this like perfect love story. When I started dating, I realized that it's not like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
My boyfriend, I get along very well, thankfully, but I do know that I'm a little difficult sometimes.
What do you mean you're difficult, girl? You stress a man out.
I do. Sorry, babe. I do.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is that the stress that I give him is the same stress I give my father as well.
Aww.
So it's just like, you guys can bond over me. Yeah.
I love that. And
But yeah, I don't think it played a big role.
Really?
I just knew that I knew that my example of how I think I should be treated is how my father treats my mother.
wow, I love that. But has that influenced you into like actually paying attention to the red flags? You
Absolutely.
Because like, you know, some women grow up thinking, oh, every man cheats, you know, and they get in relationships and they just tolerate that, you know. So you're saying you're from
I would never, because even if I try to, someone was gonna see through me, and someone was gonna figure out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I love that. How are you navigating friendships in your 20s? Because this is hard. One girl is in corporate. The other, like, you know, everyone is just living their lives. And it's so different from the other.
And this is actually funny because I had a fight with my best friend the other day. We've been friends since we were 12.
Oh.
So that's a very long time ago.
Yeah.
She's 23. So long.
A decade.
But yeah, we had a little bit of a disagreement because I just say that I need more from our friendship and I feel like you aren't giving me that.
Yeah.
And in the middle of that, I did realize that I have really good friends because the moment I shared my feelings with her is the moment she fixed it.
Oh, I love that.
You know?
Yeah.
And even with one of my other friends, Yabo. Yabo came to my house the other day and they told me something that I did. Not like a bad thing. Or like, it was a comment that I made in passing.
Yeah.
Not a bad thing or anything. I just mentioned something from high school. And then I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize that like what I said may have affected you in the place that I like brought that up. And we spoke about it and we spoke it through. And I'm like, this is like, I feel like my friendships that I have would be my examples I would use for a good friendship.
Yeah.
Truly. And again, I think having one, like for me, I'm lucky that I don't only have one friend.
Yeah.
But if I did have one friend, she would be my one friend still.
Yeah.
I think, and also because I have a very strong personality and she's like so much calmer.
Yeah.
And she's a bit of a chill kind of gal. And I'm this loud mouth all the time. It's like the perfect mix.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the moment, especially when I moved out, it was like now there's a different dynamic happening here. I'm not in my parents' house anymore. I'm in my house.
Yeah.
And I'm in the house that I'm living in with, I'm in my boyfriend's house. I'm in our house, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like a different ball game that we're
Yeah.
going here. This is like stepping into adulthood.
Yeah.
And I think for me, the basis of all my relationships and my friendships is communication. I
Right.
think I am a very good communicator.
Yeah.
I even if I try and hide how I feel, I don't think I
Yeah.
can, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
And luckily for me, I have people in my circle that know that.
Yeah.
So it's like when I bring something up, it will be corrected.
Yeah.
And if they bring something up with me, it will be corrected for sure. There's like no going back and forth about
Yeah.
you did this, I did this.
Right.
I'll fix it, you fix it, and we move
Exactly.
forward.
I love that. And I feel like in your 20s, girlhood is so important.
absolutely.
Like, I love it so much. And I feel like I'm relating to you because I also have a friend and we've been friends for years, you know? And when you grow up with a friend, you guys see each other in your different seasons.
Yes.
And it's like a relationship because you choose each other in every season. Do you understand? And my friend and I are the same. Like, she's going to be like, oh, you did this. And it annoyed me in 1, 2, 3. But it's always coming from a place of kindness and like correction and to do better next time. So it's like never giving up on each other, you know? So I love that so much. But how are you balancing being in a relationship? You know, so you express that you live with your partner, which is really serious. How do you balance that and maintaining your friendships? Because I feel like, you know, when women are in love, I feel like you just, you know, a lot of them lose their identity. You get so
caught up.
Yeah, in your boyfriend's identity. So how do you
well, number one, my boyfriend and I are completely separate people. There's that.
I love that.
And number two, I mean, balancing that out with my friendships. My friends get along with him perfectly. So it's like if she's gonna come over, I mean, the chance of her coming over today would have been very high if I wasn't doing this today.
Yeah.
But if she came over, there's a completely separate situation. I'll be doing my own thing, he'll be doing his own thing the other side of the house. I'm with my friend. I mean, sometimes we do play PlayStation together, all of us, for sure, as a fun thing to do. But I think for me, the only way my friendship would have, I don't think I would ever make my boyfriend's identity mine, for sure. I think I'm a very strong person and very strong in who I am, that would never be a thing in my life ever. But even I mean, my best friend was like, oh, you're taking my best friend. You know just how like, a typical thing is. But after a while it was like, oh, they get along, we can all get along, we can do our own thing also. Like, my boyfriend is not always involved in my business. Like, there are nights where we'd all chill together and have like a drink together, but in other cases my best friend and I will literally lay in the room the entire day and watch TV while he's doing his own thing as well. So there's a very big difference and separation with my relationship with my friends and my relationship with him.
I love that. And how are you like so confident to bring your relationship to the internet? Because people have so much to say, right? And I feel like I've been hesitant of that because, like, you know, when something is so close to you, you don't want people to have a comment on it, to understand. So.
I think that genuinely, because I don't really care about negative comments that much, and luckily for me, I haven't. I mean, I've obviously gotten men in my DMs trying to do things or say things for my partner, but it's also like, I hope they know they look very stupid to me. Like, I the chance of me sitting and laughing at your DMs with my boyfriend, please know, it's very high.
Extremely.
We made jokes out of it.
Extremely.
But yeah, I think my boyfriend, when I met him, he was not a very camera he wasn't really comfortable being in front of the camera. But because this is my job, he had nothing else to do. But after a while, it was also just like, even if I'm gonna post my partner, I'm posting my partner for me. If I like a picture, if I like content, it's like I said, I post my content because I like it.
Right.
So if anyone has anything negative to say, I think they should really go back and sit down with themselves and think about why they thought it was okay to say something like that. No, for real. No. And you know, like, it won't even be something that they'll deal with me. Someone will come along and they'll give you your own taste of your medicine. That's the thing. Like my father has always instilled kindness in my brother and I's lives and in our minds, that we will never do anything besides be kind to people no matter what. So when I have gotten negative I've gotten negative comments about myself as well. And it's also just like, do you know what? Hy is jou eie saak, honestly. That is your own business, and you obviously have some kind of internal demons you're fighting to bring it onto someone else.
I love that. And like, I just want to ask you, hey, since you're like speaking about having like a loving partner and a supportive partner, like if you could share to like young girls about green flags you must look into, some tips and tricks, like girl, you know,
I think one of them, like, this is very funny. But when I have like 2 shots of tequila in,
Yeah.
I'm a very giggly person.
Yeah.
And I'm a very loud person. But my boyfriend allows it.
Yeah.
Literally, he would never ever, whether I'm tipsy or not, whether I'm even sober and I'm being loud or
Yeah.
anything, he would never do anything to
Yeah.
try and dim that,
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
And he's never made me feel any way about being loud or laughing too loud or just
Exactly.
being too happy around
Yes.
people.
Yeah.
He's never done that.
Yeah.
So that's definitely one.
Yeah.
Number two, which is very funny, if he doesn't want to give you a foot rub every other night, that's a red flag. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I love that.
Sorry. I'm joking. What else is that I think I can come to my boyfriend with a lot of things.
Yeah.
And especially when we started dating, I had very questionable friends.
Yeah.
And in those times, he thought of appropriate times to tell me that he doesn't think these are my genuine friends.
Wow, I love
and
that.
things like that. And then at first I was like, okay, those are my friends.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
But then after a while, it was like, oh, he was right.
Yeah.
He was absolutely right.
Yeah.
And the way he shared that with me was
Yeah.
also a very kind way to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Because you never want to know that your friends aren't your real friends,
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not a nice feeling to have.
Exactly.
But when the way he shared, I think it was the way he shared that with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Where it was like, I don't think these are your friends. I
Yeah.
don't think they support you. And I just think that, like, you shouldn't be present in their
Yeah.
lives. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I love that you're sharing that because I feel like the only relationships we look up to is the relationships we see on the internet. And it's just like...
Which is a terrible thing.
Exactly. Like, a guy must buy you things and 1, 2, 3. So
I
like,
think for
having
me...
I'm getting the fact that having a loving partner is like essential,
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's like, you know what? I giggles that
Yeah.
want to do it for the money.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, I understand, guys.
Yeah, real guys.
There's no judgment from,
Yeah.
from me.
Yeah.
Oh, no, baby. I'm just lucky because my money comes from my father, you know? I mean, it comes from my boyfriend now, too. But, like,
Yeah.
before, it was
Right.
like my father,
So
So I was
true.
like...
You're
if you-
privileged. And
I am,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and I
yeah.
won't deny that. So
Yes.
it's just like it would be such a silly thing for me to do, to look at other women that
be
date
like,
for money.
Yeah.
That's your business, baby. And if you're
Exactly.
happy doing that,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But I will judge you though if you date a horrible man. There I will.
Yeah, that's
If you're
true.
only getting the money and that's what you're benefiting from, and you're
Yeah.
not actually getting a genuine partner,
Yeah.
then I have some judgment. But if you are happy, then I have no business. It's not my
Right.
business. It's no one else's business besides
Yeah.
yours,
Yeah.
for sure.
I want to touch on, like, have you ever had to forgive people in your life that have done like terrible things to you? You touched on, you didn't really go deep, but you said someone said something really terrible about you. Like,
Okay, it wasn't terrible, but
okay. What was it then, girl? Because now we don't know. So just tell us.
So they actually said that I have a princess complex.
Babe.
So I was like, no, I was like, wait, what do you mean? Like, that's making me feel really terrible because now you're telling people that and it's just like, And then she was like, well, look at who raised you.
Yeah.
Look at how they treat you.
Yeah.
Who even cares if you have a princess complex?
Yeah.
You have every right to feel that way or
Exactly.
to act that way
Yeah.
because of how people have treated you.
Right.
And I was like, well, you're right.
Yeah.
So now I walk around with my princess complex and I act like the little princess I am.
And with your little crown. And I love that. But have you ever had to like forgive people in your life?
My idea of forgiving is letting it go, giving it to God,
Yeah.
and moving on.
I love that.
If you do something to me that is gonna force me to forgive you, I have no business in your life, and
Really?
you have no business in mine.
So do you ever like cut off people and forgive them and they're backing you? Because I struggle with that. Because I'll say I forgive someone and I'll forget everything you've done to me.
No.
And I'll welcome you with open arms, my dear.
I don't think I've ever had anything that someone has done to me where I had to forgive them.
Wow, really?
And if they have, I've probably moved on. Genuinely.
I love that. Wow.
If your intention is to hurt me, bye. No, honestly.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Go cry
Yeah.
myself to sleep at night because these are the people I chose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
I have no business dealing with people that are going to do things to me that's going to require forgiveness at
Wow.
all.
love that. And like since you're here and looking back, do you think like younger Cameron was so worried about something, or like, what would you tell your younger self? Like, girl, just relax, or
I would. I really would,
just
guys. I
relax.
was such a nervous, anxious girl in high school. I remember
Right.
I would like get panic attacks so often and have like and sit in the bathroom
Oh my gosh.
hyperventilating instead of going to class.
I love that you're sharing that, because I feel like that happens more often than we think. Because I feel the same way,
Yeah.
and so half the time I don't even know why I'm crying, and I'm in the bathroom. I don't even know why, but I'm just losing my mind.
And I think when it comes to mental health, people just don't realize how they get affected by a lot of things.
Exactly.
And with me in high school, I was just like, oh, whatever, I'm fine. I'm like this cool
Exactly.
girl. And then I'm having a breakdown in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Be so for real.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think from then, I think I would give her a hug.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
If I had to meet my young, I would give her a very long, tight hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. So did you ever struggle with like mental health issues?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Like my anxiety was really bad in high school.
Yeah.
Like, and now that I look back at it, because I was like the other day, I was having a conversation with my best friend as well, Kaylee, and we were talking about, I think it was just in passing, we were just talking about how bad it was for me in high school, because she was there a lot of the time. And we weren't in the same high school, but she still tried to be there for me. And I was just thinking about, like, I didn't think that it was so bad, but now that I look at it and look at how much time I spent, like, getting panic attacks, it's just
Yeah.
like, that wasn't normal.
Exactly.
And I shouldn't have ignored that. And I would,
Exactly.
now that I know, if I had known that back then, I would never have ignored
Right,
myself like
right,
that.
right.
I would have done something about it for sure.
I love that. But what do you think triggered that? Because I can, with me, I also had like anxiety problems. And I remember like there was a therapist at school.
Oh, yeah,
And
we had to.
Yeah, when I went to the therapist, like he told me that I was depressed and things
Yeah.
like that. And when you're that young, like you're so in denial and you feel like you're just against
I mean,
it.
I don't think I was depressed. I just think I was just a genuinely anxious person.
Yeah.
And also because like I said, I did not like my saxophone teacher at all. And if I think about it now, I think a lot of my panic attacks came from that.
Yeah.
To be honest. And I think that's also why I don't think I'd pick up that saxophone right now.
Yeah.
Maybe when I'm older for sure.
Right.
But now, no.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And did you ever take any supplements for like your anxiety attacks or?
No.
So how did you overcome it? Do you still like suffer from anxiety and things
No,
like that?
I don't.
No, you're good. You're a healed babe now.
I am. I would really cry it out.
Yeah.
I would cry it out until the next one happened. Do
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Move on for a while until it happens again.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Thank you for coming, my babe.
Thank you for having
This was
me.
amazing, guys. It's been an hour already.
I think it's been yapping. I mean, I could go for 2.
It's been amazing. Thank you so much for coming. This was amazing.
Thank you for having me. I'm so honored to be your first guest. OMG. Thank you.
If the people love you, my baby, you can come back.
Oh, absolutely. I hope you guys love me.
They better love you. They don't have a choice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my babe. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Mwah!
Bye.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah!